Cinepreneur is it's a coming together of 24 crafts, okay, of filmmaking. And screenplay, why do we start with screenplay? Because if there is no story, there is no, I keep saying that, okay. So we start with screenplay and we end up with a lot many other fine crafts. But whether you are a director or a cinematographer or an editor or a DOP, you have to know how to read and interpret a script. That goes with any kind of product, also has to reflect the personality of the product. So the personality of the product and the protagonist have to match. Yes.
In recent times, I fell in love with this movie Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire, man.
Okay.
Because I like films which are visual spectacles and which has amazing world building, and then just very intelligently well made films. So Godzilla and Kong was one movie which was visually amazing, and it had a great world, it had great ideas. And then another classic which I would like to speak about is the Pixar animated movie Inside Out, ma'am.
Yes, I've heard of it.
Yes. So that's basically, I don't cry that much, but that is one movie in my entire life that made me cry, because it basically the movie is basically the small world of a child. So the movie beautifully depicts a young a girl child's world very, very well, ma'am. Her aspirations, her emotions, her desires as well. So those are two movies that I would like to speak about. Thanks.
Okay. If there is no script, there is no movie. And as Alfred Hitchcock says, only three things are required: a script, and a script. So, the power of the universe is in our hands as far as filmmaking is concerned. So I'm going to tell you very quickly what we can do to make you good screenwriters. Okay? So I'm going to call you future cinepreneurs, because cinepreneurs is nothing but, can somebody elaborate it? I had spoken about this. It's cinepreneur who are going to become entrepreneurs, because our basic job here is to make money. We are going to become entrepreneurs through the route of cinema. Okay, like you have the feature film, corporate films, advertising, commercials, event-based videos, docu-features, adventure, travel, health videos, and OTT features. Okay, each one of them requires a different treatment, different narrative, different style, different documentation, different formatting. But what really runs through from A to 7 to Z is what? That thread of storytelling. Anything. I have made so many corporate films, but in that also I have to tell a story. I have to talk about the branding. I have to talk about that product. When we do advertising commercials, which I will show you, there again we are talking about a story. We are talking about young mothers. We are talking about growing children. We are talking about old people. We are talking about insurance. So, and why is insurance necessary? Nowadays, advertising commercials are nothing short of short films. They're nothing short of 20-second films. Where you're talking about, for example, just in the morning I was seeing, it was an old film where, one army officer says that, why do you want to buy those Chinese products when, my son who is in Siachen, he's fighting the Chinese. I'm just making the very, very big thing short. So they said, okay, we're not going to buy Chinese products. So that could have just been one liner, but no, they make it into a story. Now, why do they make into a story? Let's dwell on that. That is because a story plays with our emotions. We are human beings with a lot of emotions. We have to be touched by that emotion. Nowadays, we don't care if Kareena Kapoor uses Lux. No, we don't care. But we do care if, for example, an upcoming model or maybe an intelligent girl who wants to, get into some kind of a profession is using one particular product. That because we are connecting with the everyday life, everyday people. So advertisers have actually realized that. So other than, I think, some sporting stars, we hardly see any, stars, like film stars coming into coming and advertising for products. Event-based videos are the shortest and sweetest and the easiest to make. There's an event, you do some candid photography, you don't need a script, but you tell a story. How do you tell a story? By taking candids, by taking some events you stitch them together when you're doing your editing. So that's hardly anything that needs to be discussed now. Docu-features. So docu-features is something that all of us, at least I like very much, because it's very close. Certain subjects are very close to your heart. For example, you're talking of power electronics, which means that you're switching on to, for example, battery-based products from electrical products, which means you're talking of your carbon footprints. You're talking of a place in this world where you're reducing carbon footprints. So you can make a beautiful film on that. Or you're talking about deforestation and afforestation, or a docu-feature on, for example, about our Jawans, or about some animals. So docu-features also needs a story, but it needs a story which is done on the spot. You go with your mindset which says that, okay, I want to make a docu-feature on specially privileged children. I'm giving you a very, very small example. So what happens at that point of time? You create a script, you find that particular field in which you will find those children, you interact with them, and then you create a small narrative. Okay, and then you do the shooting. So docu-features, for that you need a story which develops as you are shooting it. Like, that is why event and docu-features gives you a lot of freedom to do what you want. Adventure, travel and health videos to some extent need a pre-script, because these are expensive. These have to be sponsored. So when you do this, again, you need some kind of a outline of a story, and you need to also be in love with adventure, travel. Health videos can happen, of course, only during corporates. If corporates want you to do it, you do it. Okay, 7th, OTT features. I'm sure all of you love watching films, on your Netflix and Hotstar or whatever. This is going to be one of your major, let me put it as not an assignment, but an activity that we would like to, engage you in, maybe for the next class. Because once this session is over, I want you to get into OTT features. What exactly is OTT? How it is different from a feature filmmaking? Why it is so popular today? And are we enjoying it? Are we enjoying it as a viewer? And why are we enjoying it? It is like having an entire home theater in your house, and by the flick of a switch or your remote, you can just get into any kind of world you want. But as a filmmaker and as a writer, where are you? How do you place yourself? Are you anywhere less than a filmmaker of the 70 mm screen? Okay, I will tell you, no, you are not. Because today OTT films, videos have got the same production value as a feature film. Anybody would like to disagree with me? Please unmute yourself and tell me.
No, ma'am.
Would anybody?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No. So what do we need to understand when we say OTT? When we say OTT, we need to understand this is a kind of a filmmaking which actually is giving you a chance to come into the film industry. Okay? Feature films is something that we used to think, luck hai to hoga, this, that. But now what happens is, OTT gives you a chance to actually present your ideas, and then they sponsor it. But there are so many guidelines. So we will talk about it in our next session. Okay? So this is you will have to tell me what exactly is your style of filmmaking, research, imagination power. Now, this is something very, very subjective. Very, very subjective. Some people may have very good observation power, some others may not. But remember, a story comes only when you're visualizing it. Okay? Now, What about those people who are not going to become script writers? The ones who are going to, for example, become a producer or want to become an editor, or do they want to become a director? Do they also need good imagination power? Can somebody tell me that? Do they also need good imagination power? They're not writing. They're not writing.
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
Why will he need? Why will a director need good imagination power?
To create a scene, like they are also working, they were bringing into the screen actually, they are coordinating with the actors. So to bring it to make it as a final product, they also need imagination in their respective roles.
Very good, very good. Because a film is made out of scenes. है ना? A film is made out of scenes. And who writes those scenes? Your script writer. And who writes a dialogue? Either the script writer or a dialogue writer, because sometimes he may not be a good dialogue writer. He may not be very good in the nuances of the local language. So there also they need very good imagination, you know, like what he's going to wear, what he's eating, where he is. And you can also, the script writer also has to think, this story is taking place in a storm. There is a cyclone going on, and there is this a small child trapped somewhere. So this imagination, he needs to imagine that scene. You know, he needs to imagine the tree, he needs to imagine the lightning, he needs to imagine the winds that are swirling around, the power of that wind he has to imagine. So all that goes into the script. Okay, see, networking skills, persistency, consistency, these are all personal traits of an average person. Okay, an average person. Now, why do we say networking skills? Because he has to do his research. He should not feel shy of going and doing the networking. Nee, Baba, I feel I'm scared to go and meet that police officer to get my information. No, his networking has to be good and strong, and he should be persistent. Others, he will end up writing some humbug. He will end up writing a story which will have no substance in it. So just imagine, if you script writing is not all that easy as you think. It's not just imagining and writing something. No. Now this is going to get more complicated as we get by. Let me not scare you, but let me go to the next point. Okay. So now we are thinking of the content. Pratibha ji, are we in for a break right now? Shall we give them a break? Pratibha ji? Is she there? Is she there on the screen? I can't see.
Yeah, Sadhana, you need any help?
Yes, I'm saying, shall we give them a small break?
Yeah, 45.
So
No. See, the break would be at 5:15 to 5:30. So now since it's already there, maybe you want to continue this topic will take time.
Because this is going to take some time. I felt that maybe just because in this break time, I want them to just do a small activity for me. Like, you know, there are 6 or 7 of them. If they can somehow get into a break room, or if they can just give me some sort of based on their one-liner, if they can develop a small script, you know, because the number 5 is developing full-length story script, you know. So if they can just do that little bit of like last time what we had done, so maybe in this next 5 minutes they can do that.
So what we can tell is, I think so more or less Anand or Aravind, okay, have a clarity on the script. So let others all put together, let them brainstorm and make by using all these components.
Or you've lived it with your neighbor, or your neighbor has lived it and you've found out what his story is. So real life experiences, you know why they are important? Because it is happening in our time. It is happening at this moment as you and I speak. So I know that this is the kind of jewelry I'm wearing, this is the kind of dress I'm wearing, this is my environment, these are the real life problems, these are the real life experiences. That is why nowadays when you go and watch most of these films on the OTT, they are not formula films like Diwar and Janebi or Sholay, for example. They're all real type experiences. They're almost coming like Satyajit Ray. Now, what did Satyajit Ray do? All of you must have watched many of his films. Okay? Pathir Panchali, if you see, what is it all about? It's about the people at the grassroots level. Each and every part of their lives are recorded. Each and every part of their lives are enacted by professional actors. Soumitra, for example. So, how has he got to know this? Because he has lived that life. So, when you are doing your research, when you are making a film based on your research, when you are giving little bit of freedom of expression to your characters, you're also adding on your own life experiences in your story. It is so simple. And what happens in the end? Number 5, all these inputs are beautifully organized. You've done your research, you don't know where that research has come from. So each time you do a research, each time you do your networking, you have to jot it down, you have to keep a diary. Okay? And dramatic, see, the last one says keep your script simple yet dramatic. Dramatic doesn't mean that you take one sword and start dancing on the road. No. Dramatic means that even by expression you can be dramatic. So that of course happens with the director. But your script will say that at this point, this character has to give this expression, or this character has to cry, or this character has to laugh. So everything depends upon what your script says. Later on, if your producer, your actor, your director wants to change it, he will ask your permission and he'll do it. So that is not the problem. So the entire thing, the entire bottom line of this particular slide is what? See the headline. It eliminates falsities and endless rewrites. Why? Because number 5, you've kept your inputs beautifully organized. Am I making any sense?
Yes.
So
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, so right now we are talking about collecting and collating your research and all your lifetime experiences, putting it down on paper. To put it down on paper is a different story altogether that we'll talk. Okay. Here we have actually covered most of the things that we have spoken about till now, genres, central themes, and all that. What I want to ask before I go any forward is, does anybody have any experience in actually seeing a shoot? Have you actually seen a shoot?
Ma'am.
What kind of shoot you've seen? Film shoot or any? It can be
Yeah,
a
movie shoot and reality shows and TV shows as well.
Okay. Have you noticed that any kind of film or any kind of shoot, we'll talk about a shoot only, let's talk about reality theme also. Have you noticed that it has got a certain kind of setting, certain kind of character, certain kind of theme lighting, or a certain kind of a certain kind of wave running through it? The whole thing comes together and it is just one uniform theme that you look over there. For example, Kaun Banega Crorepati. I'm giving you a very simple example, which has got that theme music, which has got that blue and yellow and whatever lights coming in. Then you have the people sitting down over there. Then you have Amitabh Bachchan. Then you have that table and you have all that paraphernalia. That setting is very, very important. So every film is characterized, every television show, every kind of a drama, every kind of a corporate film necessarily works around a theme. Genre we have spoken about, research, genre, everything we have, characterization we have spoken about. Now we are talking about setting. So when you bring it down, when you're writing, whatever writing you have done, your script writing, the setting is the most important thing. Now that happens during your screenplay. Okay, screenplay is little different from your script writing. We will talk about that also.
Ma'am, can I talk about
tell. Yes.
The protagonist? Yeah. So the mafia boss, who's the protagonist, the main protagonist of my story, he's he is aging. He's aging and seasoned in the world of organized crime, and he possesses a very commanding presence and respect within the criminal underworld. And he has a steady resolve and is very willing to take risk to change the future. Then the like I've characterized his wife also, who is Yuki, and she is basically intellectually curious, resourceful, and possesses a keen sense of intuition. And she is strongly connected to her Japanese heritage also.
Very good.
And this connection, it reflects in her choices and her actions.
Very good, very good. I think I like the description that you have given for each, because I can see when you describe it, even the others, when you described it, no, without knowing the story, I can make out that this story is going in this direction. Okay, so it's so, and you yourself, now since you are the writer yourself, what you will do is you will create the story around their characters. She's got a keen sense of intuition. You said that she's got a keen sense of intuition. Just imagine if that is a character of one of your protagonists, one of your characters, how many scenarios you can write around that. So many scenarios you can write around that. If she was a frivolous woman, who didn't care about her heritage and who was totally westernized, just imagine what kind of scenario would have been totally different from what you want. So it's like, which came first, the chicken or the egg? So is it your story that will define your characters, or your characters that will define your story? One last question. What is it? Will your characters define your story, or your story will define the characters?
In my opinion,
sorry, you continue.
Yeah, anybody.
In my opinion, story has to define the character.
Yes. Yes. To a very great extent. But believe me, there are certain times that characters also define the story, because if you go to historical stories, if you go to mythological Ram Setu, for example, what happens in that film? That the story defined that character, the main protagonist's character. Okay, now if you go to a mythological story like Ramayana, for example, in that Ram is the main character, and whatever happens around him, and we all know universally how he is, the story goes forward. So it is like the chicken and the egg. But I would prefer to say, whatever you write a story, then you create your character. Very right. Good. I'm so glad that you have said this. Concept. Obviously, without a concept, you're not going to write a story. All of you must agree to that. So the first one says artistic and communication goals of the concept. So communication goals means what? It can be corporate communications. It could be advertising. It could be a commercial film. It could be a movie. It could be a movie for the OTT. It could be a movie for the larger screen. But what is the communication that you want to set forth? What is the artistic and communication goals of the concept? Okay. Now I will talk about this particular director is much beyond your years. Okay, beyond your time. That is, how many of you have heard of him? Tell me. Shantaram. How many of you all have heard of Shantaram? Navrang, he has made Navrang. So many films he has made. Now, Shantaram was a classical example of a particular genre of directors. He was also a producer who was very excited when this was, I think, in the 1940s and 1950s. He was so excited about this about the audiovisual medium that he wanted to capture the entire life of colors and forms in his film. So everything was very dramatic. Even right from characterization to the way they wore their dresses, their styling. I must recommend that you watch this film called Navrang. Very nice songs are there also. You'll enjoy the film. Okay. Everything was like overstressed, dramatic, melodramatic. But the artistic communication, the communication of that film was heavy. It was really, really, without doubt, one of the best. He's one of my favorites. Okay. Now, the concept should also coincide with the intended medium.
One more also was there, the basic process, one more document which you shared, that also I'll put it across. The research part.
Is this
Okay.
this link, ma'am?
Yeah.
This one you click, that link you click. This is one of the ad films made by Sadhana ma'am, and she'll tell you a little story. First you see, she'll tell you a little story around
The
it.
first one you can put.
धूल मिट्टी से बचना कैसा, अब छुपना नहीं चमकना है, अब छुपना.
And that, my friends, is the symbol of eternal love. ये धूल, मिट्टी, pollution के बावजूद ताज is still beautiful. बिल्कुल आप जैसे.
नया संतूर गोल्ड संतूर स्किन केयर सेंटर में बना खास चंदन और कश्मीरी केसर के गुणों से, जो बचाए पोल्यूशन से होने वाले स्किन डैमेज से और रखे आपकी चमकती खूबसूरती को बरकरार. पीछे ताज, आगे आप, हमें तो कोई देखने वाला ही नहीं. नया संतूर गोल्ड, छुपना नहीं चमकना है.
Achha, why is it? Of course, it's not the next one. But why is it flagging like it's not smooth? There's something
And,
wrong.
Maybe the net
Staggering.
connection.
Staggering. Okay. But is it smooth for everybody else?
For me, this said it was a very
Yes,
ma'am.
I don't know.
Oh. Okay. Just see the next one.
And all of you keep your video on. I'm just taking a screenshot. One video on.
Wow, beautiful.
आज शाम जॉइन अस ना, हमारे पास एक्स्ट्रा स्टूडेंट पास है.
स्टूडेंट और मैं
मम्मी
Are you serious? पेश है संतूर, जिसे संतूर स्किन केयर सेंटर में हल्दी और चंदन के गुणों को मिलाकर बनाते हैं, ताकि आपको मिले जवान दमकती त्वचा हमेशा. अरे इनको तो हमने सुबह देखा था.
Down below you have some more. It says that Shilpa Shetty's. Yeah, you can put that.
हे, पर बर्थडे गर्ल है कहाँ? अरे नन्ही सुपरस्टार, थोड़ी लेट नहीं हो गई? मैडम का पार्लर अपॉइंटमेंट जो था, इतनी छोटी सी बच्ची और पार्लर, बेबी वाला पार्लर. संतूर का बेबी वाला पार्लर, जिसके बादाम, मलाई और केसर के पोषण से ब्यूटी ट्रीटमेंट हुआ है मैडम का. संतूर बेबी सोप में है बादाम तेल, केसर और मलाई के पोषण, जो बच्चों की त्वचा को रखे कोमल और खूबसूरत. अब अपनी मिस यूनिवर्स को सिर्फ साबुन नहीं दीजिए संतूर बेबी सोप. हे,
Okay. So I think you have an idea, guys, all of you.
Yes.
Yes,
So we
ma'am.
have made so many of these, lots we have made.
So they're waiting to hear a little bit of storyboarding around it. Yeah, you can stop
Storyboarding,
here.
yes, yeah. Yeah, so the first one which we made was in Agra, obviously, with the Taj Mahal. And in when we did on Taj Mahal, we needed to do a little bit of dust happening. See, this dust that you can see? Yeah. So first of all, we had a problem of getting that dust, because that side we didn't have the kind of sand that we needed. So just imagine our production manager actually got the sand from the Yamuna river, and we used it over there to create that sandstorm. And secondly, also there was a lot of crowd. This I think I have not told earlier, but there was a lot of crowd, and the crowd control, was so much that we could not do it. So we made them a part of our film. Other than the two girls that you see around, who are the actors, all the rest are the actual tourists over there whom we used. So there are so there's a lot of things happen as improvisations when you're making a film. But one thing you have to make sure, when you do a commercial, you cannot play with the script. It has to be as per the script, because commercials cost a lot more than films. For example, a 1 minute commercial can cost you more than 2 crores. So that means a lot of production time goes. So you have to keep strictly to your script. Now, even in the second one, where we are using the Rajasthani background, there was a small incident, where we were not allowed to shoot in that particular place, though we had permissions. So there was a political angle, and we had to get permissions from the MLA or MP, I'm not very sure. And then he gave us but he told us that if you want to shoot here, you have to use our people and you have to pay them. So these are the problems that we usually come across, which is not there in the script, but we had to use it. So these are the improvisations that we do while shooting. So there are a lot of interesting stories, so many more, but I think we are already
added the regional flavor to it, no?
Yeah, we have to, because that is what it's all about. Now, what happens is the marketing. Now, the markets are not just for a particular, for Bombay. It is for Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. It is for UP. So we have to usually go to these places and do the shoots. Sometimes we use a green screen, where we do a lot of shooting in the studio, and then we do the superimposition. Now, the Shilpa Shetty one was done in the studio. That was done in the studio. Even the next one, where you have the hand wash, that is also a studio shot. So the scripting over here, as I said, when you're talking of a commercial, you cannot change. It has to be, one-on-one. But in a film, you can change the script a little to suit the situation. And even for the corporate film that you saw, we have made plenty of them. In the corporate films, again, we use a strict script. Many of the people who are talking, we give them the script, we make them talk, we take a lot of retakes. It may sound very simple, but it is not as simple as you think. A lot of retakes have to be taken. So now the next, I think, is we just need to share the...
Yeah. So Tuesday will be the cutoff. The sample script is already given. Most of you have planned your script. So start breaking into the pattern what is given to you and submit it by Tuesday evening, so that you will have a second session. Will be on Wednesday. Sadhana is the second session, where you will be talking about those two. You can evaluate their format, whether they have rightly used it. And also give them the next this thing.
So what we are planning to do for the next session, guys, is that yes, you will be improvising, adding on, or giving your ideas critically. You will be analyzing the script that we have written, and that is one assignment. Yeah, you can stop the screen. And the next thing that you will be learning about is how to actually write a script in a template. So that will be given to you. So try to have some sort of a paper and pencil in front of you, and we'll be giving some very, very simple indications of how to create a script in a framework. We start with an outline, then we get into the scenes, we do the scenarios, and then how we cut from one scene to another, and how we add the elements, how we do the characterization.
Yeah, I would like to add in some takeaways here.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So in today's session, we started off with film appreciation, which kind of gave a broader perspective, because so far at least I have been watching it as a viewer, and I was really bothered about who is the director or who is the scriptwriter and all of that. And also, what are the different elements which make a film, which we need to observe, and what are the different kinds of scripts which needs to be developed for each kind of platform or to the target audience which we are going to address. So for me, the main takeaway will be asking the right questions and looking at the right places. So these two things are something which are very profound for me today.
Great. If you see the history of Indian cinema or any cinema, you have a journey that begins from the stage. and it try to explore our ideas of how to plot a story, because all of us are bursting with ideas, but we really don't know how to format it. We really don't know how to see, because in the industry there are certain standards that are set, okay, and it is a universal formatting that has to be followed. So we try to create some sort of plots, either on our own or based on what one of our participants had talked about.